Now let's do it on our own machines. If you look at the GitHub organization for the class, you'll find a new repo called Dwarf Underground. I'm going to copy this link into Slack. And it's a static website that we want to break up into React components. Let's have a look at that. Here we are. It's a social network for Lord of the Rings Middle-earth style dwarfs. We've got an article over here. We've got an ad for the last hammer you'll ever need. Comments button, share post button. Got some clickbait down here, single orcs in Indianapolis. Surprise for Indiana hobbits born before 1999. Mine 20% more gold with one weird trick. So we want to break this into React components. So when you're working with React and you kind of have a final design in mind, it helps to look at it and kind of identify the things that seem like they could be separate components. Like maybe the heading, maybe that whole bit at the top is a separate component. What else might be a component? Maybe the ad? That'd be a good one. Yeah. Oh, up here. Yeah, the nav. Totally. What else do you see? What else could be a separate component? If you're going to make the ad a component, maybe the article could be a component. Well, that's the ad, basically, right? So this thing could be a component, the article itself. The whole clickbait area could be a component. Comments could be. Each of these things. If we were really cool, we would use map to spit these out, reuse the same component 4 times, just passing in different props for the specific image and the specific title. That'd be pretty cool. So, maybe we should. So if you have this pulled up, and if you don't, do it, please. And you're going to fork this repository so that a copy of it ends up in your GitHub. So hit the little button up here for fork. And fork it into yours. And you'll see you have a new repository under your own username. It means you just copied everything. Yep. And it adds a little note to tell where it came from originally. So you can make your own changes. You can do this with open source libraries too, if you need to fork it for some reason to add a feature that isn't in the original. Then if you're polite, you do a pull request back up to the original so they could add it in if they wanted to. But now you have a version that you can mess around with if you don't have access to the original. So you can push to your own copy of it. So now that we've got that, we should clone it. So click the clone or download button on your version, your fork. Copy that URL. And then type git clone and paste in that URL. It will create a new directory, but make sure you don't do it inside Spellbook. Yeah. So go up a level from Spellbook and do it there. I mean, like XTBC? Yeah, so do it from that directory. So git clone and then just paste in that URL. And when you've done that, make sure that you change into that directory. Yeah. This is all going to be in the master branch. Okay. So my copy of what we do in class today is going to be in a repo called Dwarf Afternoon. I'll send you that link now. Then you should have your own copy.